I didn't, no.
I have never studied songwriting.
In my own way, but no, I formally no. I've never studied songwriting.
I never really studied songwriting formally.
Not really.
I've definitely never formally studied songwriting.
No, not really.
I have not.
I have never studied songwriting.
I haven't studied it formally at all.
No, I've never.
No, I never did.
I've never studied songwriting.
Not really.
Not really. No, not at all. Definitely through internet research. I'm on a couple of email lists. I did attend a couple of webinars.
When I was 15, I think, I would search up how to write a song on YouTube, and I just watch videos and take notes and watch videos and take notes, just because I find writing makes me remember things better.
I do keep up on different techniques on the internet.
The YouTube videos, you know, they had some cool tricks in them, so I definitely use them.
I have done a little bit of internet research, I guess, just some tips and tricks. There was a really good TED Talk. I couldn't even tell you who it was, but I feel like I took a lot from that. So, but definitely open to it because, you know, there's so many techniques.
So not through internet research, just the little bit that I did in the songwriting ensemble that I was in during the music arts program.
Have coffee every day when I lived in Nashville with this guy, and his job was to study songs and what it was about particular songs that put them on the top, 10 or the charts or whatever, such as like modulations. Everybody loves a modulation in a song. Everybody likes a breakdown where it's just the kick and harmonies, and there are certain things that he was like proving that people gravitate towards with songs. So I kind of a little bit listened to what he would say to me.
I studied classical songwriting, like through theory and stuff like that. And I would go to a guy that went to my school. He used to tutor me for songwriting. It was good.
My sister and I, when we were kids, we sang a lot, so we knew how songs were structured. Kind of, but on the back of our hand, we knew how to go about writing songs. So my sister wrote a few, and I wrote about 3 or 4 songs back when I was in high school.
It just sort of, I used to write a lot, so it just sort of, I guess, came from that, and then turning it into more like metaphorical, pretty sounding stuff instead of just saying actually what I mean.
I just wrote things that like popped into my head and like would try and remember melodies that stuck and felt nice and sounded right or sounded interesting.
I have a very musical family, and they kind of inspired me to play and to sing and to write. And my brother's very talented and musical and writes lots of music.
I tend to just, listen to people that I really value, that have really got something important to say, other than going to one workshop, which was fun. But I think I might have dropped in on a few workshops over the years of ECMAs, because I went to those for 20-some years.
In the way that a writer, that writers are often readers, like literary writers are often readers, I guess in that way, I listen to a lot of songwriters. I have a lot of songwriters that be like, oh, I really like their style for whatever reason, or a particular turn of phrase, but I haven't really formally taken any courses, or even, I wouldn't go so far as to call it research online. But I do listen to a lot of music.
I'm sure there have been things, like something I came across or a certain thing here and there I would look up, but no, not really. That's why some of my songs, I think, end up being under a minute, and some are 7 minutes long, and I don't really know. I don't really structure it any certain way. It kind of just comes out however it comes out.
I've studied music, theory, instruments, chords, everything but the songwriting. That's more or less what I fill all of my time with. And then when it comes to writing with my sister, a lot of that is organic.
To be honest, I guess all of life's a bit of a study. I listen to a lot of songs, and I
certainly pay attention to other people's songwriting, so I guess in a sense that's my life's work.
That is definitely something that I would love to do. Very interested someday to do that.
I never really put any time and energy into it, and I think I could have done better had I done that. I think it's a good idea.
La FICAN, they have a project going on to help upcoming musicians. And I've had that conversation with them just a few weeks ago, how I've never really had, you know, any kind of guidance in songwriting. Like I've never taken a class or a workshop or anything really, like, you know, officially on songwriting. So I am going to do that in the next year with some artists from New Brunswick, kind of in the same, you know, music feel as mine. So I'm very excited for that, because I feel like, you know, I know how to write songs and I've written lots of them, but I know that I can learn lots from, you know, the expert.
I only wish I could write more formally and learn how to play the guitar more formally.
I don't claim to be a songwriter. Sometimes they happen and I've never studied it, and I wish I had, but I think my attention has gone towards the chords and the instruments and the rhythm and everything else, and I'm happy with that.
I guess I've had like some opportunities to take it in a bit of a more formal direction, and it just always kind of didn't feel like maybe the right fit for me. I liked the way I kind of just came up with whatever.
There is a lot of talk about formulas, and if you write inside the box you can have a guaranteed hit, and though I do believe that, I've never been someone who is listening to the hits, so it just didn't work for me. It's not, you know, I know there's a lot of artists out there that don't necessarily make the kind of music that they would listen to, but I really want to make the kind of music that I listen to. I want to be the kind of artist that I love. You know, I think I still had a lot that I could take away from what I did learn through the songwriting, you know, education throughout the internet. But I kind of just doing my own thing, despite everything that I've learned.
Ça fait des mois que je vis dans mes pensées. Si c'est vrai que pour aimer tu dois être aimé en retour, j'ai peur de tomber amoureuse, j'ai peur de tomber amoureuse, j'ai peur de tomber amoureuse pour de vrai.